Rivalries are complex relationships. You got your more friendly rivalries, like Wright vs. Edgeworth, Ash vs. Gary, and Ken vs. Ryu. But then you also have your more intense rivalries, like Yugi vs. Kaiba, Dante vs. Virgil, and Goku vs. Vegeta. The line between friend and foe can be a difficult thing to define when it comes to a good rivalry. I bring this up because one of the biggest rivalries in the video game industry has reemerged in 2015. Rock Band vs. Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero brought life into the music rhythm genre in 2005. 2 years later, Rock Band expanded on Guitar Hero's success and became one of the most popular party games of all time. For a while there, it looked like Harmonix and Activision couldn't do no wrong. That is until they both saturated the market and nearly killed the music rhythm genre forever. Well, this time they're back with vengeance and they're hoping you're willing to pick up that plastic instrument one more time. What's up, people? Welcome to RoR Reviews, where I, Rayden, rain upon video games and anime with an analog eye until the sun sets. Today I'll be taking a look at Rock Band 4 and Guitar Hero Live. This is my first two-part review. In this video I'll be focusing on Rock Band 4, and part 2 of this review will focus on Guitar Hero Live. I'll post a link in the description below for part 2, or you can click on the annotation on the screen right now that will lead you to my review of Guitar Hero Live, assuming you're watching this video after both reviews are out. If you're watching this while I'm still working on part 2, thanks for your patience in advance, and I hope to have part 2 up in a week or two. Okay, now that's out of the way, let's talk about Rock Band 4. Rock Band 4 is a music rhythm game, developed and published by Harmonix, the original creators of Guitar Hero, Amplitude, and the Rock Band series. Rock Band 4 is available for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. You can buy the game separately for about $60. You can buy a bundle that includes the game and one guitar for about $130. You can also buy the band in the box set, which includes the game, a guitar, a drum set, and a microphone, for a whopping 250 big ones. The ESRB rated Rock Band 4 T for teens, due to its musical lyrics. Sorry, but no cursing here. Rock Band 4's story is the same as it's always been. You are unknown musicians who decide to start your own garage band. After a couple gigs, you start becoming popular, and you work your way up to becoming a rock legend. One thing new in this installment is that you can decide which direction your band goes. Do you want to sell out stadiums for money, or do you want to be more independent and slowly grow your fan base? Each decision you will make has some pros and cons. If you go mainstream, you can earn more money on your performances, which then you can use in the rock store to unlock new clothes, hairstyles, and instruments. But you'll have to play a pre-made set list, based on all the songs in Rock Band 4. If you stay more indie, you make less money, but you can vote for your set list and unlock special costumes and equipment for your characters. The decision making in tour mode adds some flair to Rock Band 4's campaign, and provides an excuse to play it more than once, just to unlock all of the items. One of the things I didn't like about the tour mode was the lack of cutscenes. In Rock Band 3, there were cutscenes where you could see your band slowly grow from nobodies to superstars. I really enjoyed those 1-minute cutscenes because it really helped me believe I was living out my rock and roll fantasy. Rock Band 4 does have some funny moments in its narrative, though this is all conveyed in text. I know it's a silly thing I'm complaining about here, but I really did enjoy those moments from the previous game. Another thing I missed from Rock Band 3 is its amount of character options. Harmonix simplified the avatar customization, which was a big bummer for me. You can't choose the height, weight, or rock style when it comes to your avatar. Before, I was able to make some cool characters based off my real life friends. But in Rock Band 4, I couldn't even create a fairly accurate me. Once again, I know I'm being nitpicky here, but the customization in Rock Band 3 was amazing, and to see the series go backwards on its presentation is a turnoff for me. I feel like Harmonix's gameplay motto for Rock Band 4 is, don't fix what ain't broken. If you ever played any of the previous Rock Band games, then you'll feel right at home with this new game. You play a plastic instrument and mash buttons in time with a rock tune. You can have up to 6 players at a time, 3 vocalists, 1 guitarist, 1 bassist, and 1 drummer. Sorry, but no online, pro guitar, or keyboard support here. The guitars still have the same 6-button layout. You can use the buttons on top, or you can use the ones towards the lower part of the fretboard. Drums still have the 4 pads plus the foot pedal, and you can expand 3 cymbal pads if you buy the cymbal expansion pack, which is another $50. You can also plug in almost any USB mic for your vocals, except the SingStar mics, which were supportive in Rock Band 3. One of the reasons why the developers didn't change much in the Rock Band formula was so that players who still have their old plastic instruments could easily plug in and start playing Rock Band 4. That is assuming you are playing on the same family of systems. Meaning, if you bought PS3 instruments, you can use those instruments on PS4. And if you have 360 instruments, you can use those on Xbox One. However, Xbox users will need to buy an extra $20 adapter to play their old instruments. Luckily, I bought all my Rock Band games on Sony consoles, so I didn't run into that problem. I tested this feature by plugging in my PS3 Rock Band Beetle instruments, and they worked perfectly on my PS4. Kudos to the developers for including this feature for longtime Rock Band fans. Though not every instrument works on Rock Band 4, I'll try to add a link to what instruments work on Rock Band 4 in the description below. If you sold your old plastic dreams away forever ago, or simply want to buy new instruments, then you can feel comfortable buying the Band in the Box edition. The guitars feel the same, and yes, they still have the same strum design, which I actually prefer, but I know I'm the minority on that subject. The drum set is the quietest it has ever been, so feel free to rock out on those bad boys. Surprisingly, I found the microphone to be the biggest improvement for me. I always had difficulties activating the overdrive while singing because the mic wouldn't pick me up during the moments when I tried to initiate the overdrive, but I haven't had that problem during my playtime with Rock Band 4. All of the equipment hooks up via Bluetooth, so you don't have to worry about losing those little dongles. I do want to mention that I had trouble securing a strong signal with the new instruments. Once in a while they would lose their connections, which would cause the game to stop during the middle of a song, which is never a good feeling. On the bright side, Mad Catz, the makers of the instruments, created an update to fix this issue. But in order to update these instruments, you need to connect them via Bluetooth to your computer. So hopefully you have a Bluetooth adapter for your PC laying around somewhere. Enough about the hardware, let's talk about the software. The biggest addition to Rock Band 4 is its various freestyle moments. These freestyle moments allow players to add their own personal touch to their favorite songs. For instance, guitarists can create their own solos rather than play the ones written by the original artists. At first I wasn't too sure about this feature, but after playing it a few times, I was really pleased by the creativity freedom of this feature. The game tries to direct you how you should play your solos, but you can also ignore those prompts and do whatever you want. If you're a rock purist, then you can easily turn off this feature and play the original solos like in the previous games. Another feature in Rock Band 4 is its voting system. After each song, each player can vote for what the next song is going to be. Sometimes it'll tell you exactly what song you're voting for. Other times it'll give you the genre or the year the song was made. I appreciate this new mode, but I ended up going back to the library and picking my own songs most of the time. Plus I feel like most groups would always let the singer choose the song, because nobody wants to sing a song they don't know. Another big disappointment I have with Rock Band 4 is that it won't let you create your own setlist, which I found baffling. To me this should be a standard feature, and yet it's weirdly missing here. Which is a shame because Rock Band 4's load times in between songs is the best it's ever been. It is a very smooth transition between each song, and you can easily pause in and out at any time during the game. People can easily drop in and drop out during a song as well, but I feel like Harmonix will address the custom setlist problem in a future update. So at the end of the day, I feel like a lot of the presentation things I have problems with will eventually be fixed later on. Let's just say I immediately felt the developers did not have as much time or money as they once did when they were working on the other games with EA. The Rock Band series has never been known for its visual flair, and Rock Band 4 is no exception. If anything, I think the avatar animations are not as detailed as they once were. Some of the lip sync can be off at times, but I will give credit to those moments when your avatar members are going crazy during the right moments in a song. One of the better details the developers added into Rock Band 4 is its crowd interaction. In Rock Band 1, the crowd would sing the chorus in some of the songs, but in later games and DLC, the developers did not utilize the crowd. Thankfully, the developers reintroduced this component, which I dig, because once again, it helped me believe I was living out my rock fantasy. The crowd can now even ask for an encore song after a set list. You can even hear the crowd shout out their request at you. I do miss the hundreds of different clothes and hairstyles and instrument combinations from Rock Band 3, but I still believe Harmonix will increase these options in future updates. I just hope they're free. Now it's time for the most important part of the review, the music selection. By far the best feature about Rock Band 4 is that it's compatible with almost all of your old game disc imports and DLC, so you don't have to worry about paying again to get those songs that you already own. However, there are some catches. Like the old instruments, you can only re-download old songs on the same family systems. Once again, it wasn't a problem for me since I'm a Sony fanboy when it comes to Rock Band. To my knowledge, the only game disc import that Rock Band 4 doesn't support is Beatles' Rock Band. So if you imported a bunch of tracks into Rock Band 3, then you can relax and know that you'll be able to transfer all of your songs to your new console. Currently, only DLC from previous titles are available to download, but the developers promise to have disc-based songs added into the near future. I was able to re-download all of my DLC songs, though it was a pain in the butt to do. You have to download each song separately, which can be time-consuming. Plus, I had trouble finding some of my songs due to the somewhat chaotic add-on system. I wish the process was easier, but I'm just grateful my songs can be carried over for free into Rock Band 4. Rock Band 4 does offer players about 60 new songs as well. The setlist here is probably the weakest out of all the Rock Band games, which is most likely due to Harmonix going independent, but it's not like the setlist is bad. You got the Arctic Monkeys, Fleetwood Mac, Mumford & Sons, Rush, and U2, just to name a few. I'm no music expert, but I don't think there are as many mainstream songs as previous installments, but I found the indie selection to be solid nonetheless. If you never bought songs from previous Rock Band games, you can always check out their large DLC library to add songs that are more your style. Each song costs $2, or you could save some money and buy one of the various music track packs. The developers are adding new songs each week, so you're bound to find something that you like. Rock Band 4 brings all of the core elements from its previous games to the next generation. The game is still one of the funnest party games out there. Backwards compatibility is always a good thing. The new instruments play perfectly as long as you download their new update. I like the creativity from the new freestyle mode. The campaign and voting system adds some value to the overall game. Sure, the soundtrack might not be as good as other games, but it still has some classics and modern hits. Rock Band 4 has a lot to live up to. Rock Band 3 is considered one of the greatest music rhythm games of all time that offered players numerous ways to play it. Unfortunately, at this particular moment, Rock Band 4 doesn't surpass its predecessor in many ways. The animations can be off, there's no pro guitar, keyboard, or online support, and it has poor avatar customization options. Having said all of that, I still had a great time playing Rock Band 4. The game still creates that same incredible feeling I get while I'm rocking out to some of my favorite songs. Harmonix was in a tough position. They didn't have the time nor budget they once did, and they had to decide what core mechanics should be introduced to new players from day one. They made sure previous Rock Band fans would be able to play their old songs using their old instruments in this new installment, which is an outstanding achievement that I didn't even think was possible. They even went through the trouble and add new vocal lines for all the old DLC. Plus, I think many of the personal issues I had with this game will be addressed in future updates. I know I'm assuming a lot here, but this is how much faith I have in Harmonix. They're one of the few developers I truly believe in. With that in mind, I give Rock Band 4 a 4 out of 5, and a recommendation to buy it. If you like music rhythm games, party games, or have previously invested in a Rock Band game, then Rock Band 4 is for you. If you don't like collecting expensive plastic instruments, or are looking for a better experience than Rock Band 3, then Rock Band 4 might not be for you. But hey, that's just my opinion. Have you played Rock Band 4? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? What song should I add to my Rock Band library? Please leave your comments below. Well, that about concludes my review of Rock Band 4. If you enjoyed this review, please be sure to give me a thumbs up by clicking the like button. And if you want to keep updated with all my video reviews, please be sure to subscribe to my channel, Rave Reviews, where I plan on having many more reviews of video games and anime. If you're into social media and you want to hear my thoughts on the latest geek news, you can like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, and find me on Instagram as well. I will provide links to all these social medias in the description below. I look forward to our future nerdy discussions. Thanks for watching. I was Rayden, and I'll see you guys again when the sun rises out.